Ernie LaRossa joined here by former Johns Hopkins football player and team captain Sam Palmisano.
Sure.
Nice enough to stop by and visit with us on a very, very busy day here on campus. Sam spent 39 years after graduating from Johns Hopkins at IBM, 9 years as the president and CEO. Sam, thank you for taking the time to meet with us. Welcome back to Homewood Field.
Great, it's good to be back. Thank you.
Great to have you here. For a number of years now, the athletic department has coined the term forever a Blue Jay. Once you're a Blue Jay, you're forever a Blue Jay. Always welcome, always a Blue Jay. Can you describe your thoughts here today, back on Homewood Field? You were an all-conference football player here, just what it takes you back to during your time here.
Well, the first thing I noticed when I was walking in is how much things have changed and how much they haven't changed. Just walking around the stadium. I mean, some portions of Homewood Field are still as they were when we were here 39 years ago, and the other portions have obviously been expanded and modernized. But I think it says a lot about tradition. I mean, I think if you go to a school like Hopkins and you're involved with both the academics and the athletics, it's as much about the tradition of the school and what you get out of the total experience versus a major D1 program where you're trying to run for national championships or go to the NFL or something. So this is more about what you have a passion for versus it's going to take you to another level in your athletic career.
Well, when you think about another level in your athletic career, we talked earlier, you were on a very good football team here, all-conference football player. How did those experiences as an all-conference player, a team leader, a captain, help prepare you for the magnificent career you've gone on to?
Well, I think in sports, in whatever sport it happens to be, team sports, you learn a lot about how to work with other people, and you are competitive and you're proud in what you do. So there's a level of self-esteem that you want to perform well. I mean, that's why you do it, right? At the same time, you're dependent upon 30 or 40 other teammates and the coaching staff to be successful.
Sure.
So you learn that you, the individual, are not going to be the difference maker for any one game or any one situation. That's very important in business because at the end of the day, you have got to get a team to work together. Whether you are an employee or the CEO, which I happen to become, you have to get groups to come together, diverse backgrounds, genders, races, nationalities, countries, religions, what have you.
Sure.
And you got to get them around, focus on a common purpose, winning in the marketplace, winning at Homewood Field, and you have to be able to share in everyone's success. Sports do that. I mean, team sports do that. The other benefit of Hopkins is the academic rigor.
Sure.
I mean, it is a rigorous school. There's no doubt about it. And when we were in school, there was no special help. So if you were a pre-med, like most of my roommates became doctors, then you had to go through the same regimen of everyone else. I thought about this. I'm the only, of the people I lived with, I'm the only one that didn't go get an advanced degree.
And things worked out
It
pretty
worked
well
out.
for
It
you.
worked out.
A Baltimore guy, first a Calvert Hall graduate, came here to Johns Hopkins.
Scholarship, financial aid guy.
Financial aid, back in the day, of course.
Yes.
So you talk about that combination of academics and athletics, and I've often used the term that, you know, if you look at the universities out there, Hopkins may offer the premier combination of academics and athletics that you see in the country. Top 10 in the U.S. News and World Report rankings, top 10 annually in the annual Directors' Cup standings of all the athletic programs out there. As the leader of an organization, and what you see a Hopkins student athlete coming out with, that education, that experience as a highly successful athlete, those are traits that you're looking for as a leader.
Well, you want people, I tell you, I used to say that I need people who have high levels of integrity, ethics, and brains. I can teach them anything else. So I do think if you went through the system here at Hopkins between the honor code, between the involvement in the athletic programs, which really are about a balance, it's not winning at any cost, it's because you love the sport. If you're playing D3 football, because you're doing it because you love the sport. And so therefore, those characteristics are, you know, if you hire smart people that are honest and that have a high level of integrity, that believe in teamwork and the success of the organization, I can teach you anything. You know, that's not the hard part. People say, well, how do you teach them how to do these things? Well, that's, you know, you coach them, you put them in classes, you do whatever you do. But if they come in and they don't have the values, the moral compass, it's really hard, it's tough.
And you talked about football, and obviously we've had a lot of success there, but recent national championships in women's cross country, nationally top 10 in women's soccer and swimming. So really you get the whole breadth of that experience here.
But remember, there weren't women here when I was here, so
women,
just
right.
so
So that was
it changed my junior year. they admitted 100 women to the school. So we were pretty much a male school.
University.
Right.
And now, of course,
much smaller too.
Much
by the
smaller.
way. Our class was like 400, I believe.
So now we're over 5,000 undergraduates,
Yeah.
male and female,
Right.
diverse university in all senses of the word. As you mentioned, some of the services, some of the support services, as a former student athlete, how impressed are you at what Hopkins has committed to athletics, from the facilities to the support services, just the university's commitment to providing that holistic experience for the student athletes who want to make Hopkins their home?
Well, I think it's really important. I mean, I argue, and I believe this, having run a reasonably sized organization. I had 500,000 employees in IBM, so it's not small, and we operated in 170 countries, so it has some scale to it. But I really did believe at the end of the day that the people that were coming, needed to be prepared for what they were going to get involved with in the workplace in this global environment. And so the fact that means they have to be broad. In a simple word, they need to be more than just narrowly defined. I mean, to be a brilliant physicist, which we had in our laboratories. IBM has like 3 Nobel Prize winners, so we had those types of people. But the core of our workforce needed to be broad. So you needed this combination of deep skill. You needed to have some, I'll call it social sciences, some experience in the arts, whatever, or could be sports, whatever, that broadens you beyond just you're a great mathematician, great comp sci guy, great biotech guy, whatever. They had to have those kinds of skills. We had all those other skills as well. But that's what we were trying to attract to come to IBM. And schools that like Hopkins that prepare people in multiple dimensions are very, very important. I've had a philosophical disagreement for a long time with a lot of universities who want very narrow people, and they say they'll get diversity by combining lots of narrow people. I mean, very deep and smart in whatever field it might happen to be. So I'm not saying that's not good. You need some of that for the workplace, but you also need people who can socially engage, who can work in a team, who understand how it feels to win or how it feels to lose. And I think in some ways they give up these larger schools that are focused on, as they say, we'll take all these people and we'll get diversity by getting very narrowly defined skill sets and putting them together, versus no, I want a broad skill set with some narrow depth, right? And that works in business.
Sure.
I mean, it might not work in an academic environment, it might not work in a professional environment, but if you're running a company, that's what you need.
And that's a university is certainly a large company. People don't think of it that way, but it is. So we're here at the end of Homewood Field. We've walked the length of a field. You spent a lot of time on here. Just quickly, Sam Palmisano, best memory of playing football at Johns Hopkins?
Oh gosh, I think the best memory was the relationships that we had afterwards. I mean, I guess we won. I couldn't even tell you our record. It was 8-2 or 7-3. You don't remember those things, but you do remember relationships. You do remember guys that you were in class with, you lived with, you played with. Some guys got seriously hurt. You experienced that. That's the negative side of it. The positive side of it is, you would all get together and you went through the ups and downs together. And to this day, whatever it's been since I graduated, but it's going to be 45 years if I'm not mistaken, since I graduated, we still have those relationships. And guys, like Les Matthews was the goalie, was also a football player, was a safety goalie on the lacrosse team. Tim Wiglecki, who was a receiver. Jimmy Pitts played baseball and football. Billy Nolan was football and lacrosse. Jack Thomas, great lacrosse player, Hall of Fame. Played football as well. Rick Kowalchuk, So we all see each other. I mean, we all still get together. In fact, I got a note from Billy Nolan on my way over here. So
that's fantastic.
So that to me was the most important thing, those relationships, because you do forget the wins, the losses, the great games. I mean, we get together. They still complain about the time they lost the national championship to Maryland at Penn Stadium by a goal because somebody hit the goalie in the chest. 40 years later, they're still complaining about it. But that's not the point of it. I think the point is that we still get together and still make up stories about the things we did as kids.
That's fantastic. And that goes back to my point at the beginning. Forever a Blue Jay. Those bonds stay with you, and that's part of the allure of being a Hopkins student athlete. Sam, I want to thank you for sharing your experience as a former Hopkins student athlete with us today.
Thank you so much. Great being with you.
Thank you.